Good afternoon. My name is Michael Frederick George Jr. From age 1 through 17, I spent my youth following my father from Army post to Army post. In those years, I learned a lot about myself and about other people. I met many different types of people with different types of personalities. I experienced joy, excitement, depression, and complete despair. I've seen and experienced families get separated, reunited, and lose members. It's an awkward life being raised an Army brat. You learn to socialize, make friends, and adapt to your environment. But at the end of it all, you lose the vast majority of your friends. You lose the environment you have adapted to and become accustomed to, and you find yourself pressing the reset switch all over again. When I was younger, I had this idea that home was a specific location, like a place where your friends were and where you went to school, or maybe in a broader sense, what state you live in. Occasionally, someone would ask me, "Where are you from?" And it would really strike a nerve in me because that question directly ties into my identity. Of course, I would give some lame response like, "I was born in Georgia, but I moved all around the South and lived in many other states and countries," which probably resulted in them regretting asking me the question completely. I started questioning myself and asking myself, "Where are you from?" I wondered for years about that, and then I got this idea, maybe my home is the Army. Wherever I went, the Army was there. Wherever I go, the Army goes. So why not? Where is my home? The Army. I was always so jealous of those people who came from normal families that were settled down in one city with one house and the same old friends. I wanted so desperately not to have to be the new kid at school and have everyone stare at them awkwardly and be treated like a new toy. I wanted to hang out with my best friend Jimmy and have a sleepover in the treehouse in my backyard. By the time I reached my junior year in high school, we had finally settled down. I still struggled with this idea of home though. It didn't matter how many years went by or how many places we lived in. My idea of home was obscure and elusive, and I just couldn't put my finger on it. With all the moving we had done, over the years I found that my memory of past living places was messed up. It all just seemed like a blur. I couldn't remember the details of different places I lived in, just the obvious things like what the landscape looked like. All that all that I had lived in was just a fuzzy memory to me. I continued to struggle with the whole concept of home until quite recently. It wasn't until recently that I figured out what home actually means to me. For years I thought that home was a place, and then I thought it was the Army. But really, home had been right in front of my eyes the entire time. My home is my family. Although my physical home and friends changed, the one thing that remained constant was always there, and it was my family. No matter where I went, my family was right there alongside me, experiencing the same stuff as me. As a military brat, I got to experience a lot of location changes, meeting different people who were awesome, and making lots of new friends, and then losing all of it and starting all over again. It was a bit overwhelming at times, but I believe that the reason I made it through those experiences is because I had a home, my family. I'm currently pursuing a career in the military, and because of my experiences and my family, I always know where my home is. Thank you.